Good evening, folks. I am Heidi. I am your reader for you on the back porch tonight, though I'm not on my back porch. My back porch is behind me. Sorry I'm a little late. I'm not on Pagan Standard Time. I was actually having some technical difficulties, which could have been amended if I wasn't so busy stuffing my face with an Asiago bagel. But it was tempting and it toasted and had butter on it. And I said, I'll be fine. It'll take me 2 minutes to get this live set up. It's cool. So, and then it took me 10 minutes to get things going. So I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. It happens. But maybe you're on Pagan Standard Time too. Always a little bit late. So how's everybody doing this Tuesday night? Again, I am Heidi, and I am reading for Back Porch Magic. You can, for this reading, if you'd like to give you a quick 3-card reading, you can like, share, or donate at the Venmo or the Cash App above my head. And if you like what I do here, you can certainly book with me at backporchmagick.com. So I know I've been saying a little bit about me, probably not much, that I've been reading for 20 years and blah, blah, blah. I read from the Thoth deck. You know, like everybody else, I started out with not a lot of books, maybe the little book that came with the deck. But a lot of what I ended up learning has ended up being intuitive, as is when you read cards. You know, it's nice to have the reference book around, but you don't really need it. So, how is everybody's March day? Again, I will give you a 3-card reading for a like, a share, or a donate to one of the apps above my head, Venmo or Cash App. And if you like what you see here, even though I'm not doing too much at the moment, you can always book a reading with me at backporchmagick.com. I am Heidi. Oh, nothing yet. I'd usually like to shuffle during these reads. When I do reads on my own personal page, I shuffle just because things will pop out or jump out. So I'll read for that, whatever jumps out or pops out. But if you want me to read for you, like, share, donate to Cash Apps. Because this is not my private Facebook page. This is Back Porch Magick's Facebook page. So come on, give a holler, like, share this video, and I'll pull 3 cards for you. I'm wondering if this was the same outfit I wore last week. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. I think I wore gray. That's what happens when you read tarot cards after work. You see people in the same outfits. Good thing I don't wear a uniform. Anyway, I could tell you more about how I got into reading tarot. I guess I was a teenager when I first started hearing about. My mom had this deck from the early 70s that was a reprint of I think one of the Italian Renaissance decks with the pips and no imagery. And I wanted to read it, but I think she thought I wasn't like old enough to. She gave me runes at 15, but I didn't quite get into runes. So I got a deck for my 21st birthday, which was, and I think it is called it's called the Renaissance Tarot. The book is kind of sitting in front of me. Beautiful deck. Read from it on and off for a few years. Did Celtic Cross. Poured over the little booklet. Didn't quite stick with me. And then my aunt gave me this Thoth deck for Christmas about a year later. And I don't know. I really liked it. And because the images are so vivid. Now, I did read from that Renaissance deck for a long time. And up until a few years ago, when I was kind of like trying to really up my tarot game, I ended up reading a lot, like from the 2 of them, and found that I worked better with the Thoth deck. I also actually, a friend of mine before she moved to Oklahoma gifted me with the Peyton Katz Tarot, which I love. And I actually like, even though it's a more Rider-Waite based deck, I do read very well from it. So maybe one of these nights I'll switch up from Thoth and read you from the Peyton Katz Tarot. So cute. It's all kitties and they're all different. In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a cat person. So that's a little bit of my story. I guess it was about 5 years ago when I started up in my game. The town I live in, a lady started a tarot discussion group. I started going to that once a month. And then all of a sudden I got wrapped up in a relationship. You know how that goes. And then I noticed like the tarot group wasn't happening, and then the relationship ended, and I saw the lady who ran the group and I'm like, hey, what's going on with this group? And she was like, she's an author and she's got kids and she helps run another group in town. She's like, it just was too much. So I was like, do you want me to take over? I'd be happy to take over. So I've been running a tarot discussion group since 2017. It's kind of been on hiatus because of the pandemic. I did online discussion, tried to do online discussion meetings, and I get one person to come, which would be great to see, you know, one person from my group, but it wasn't really like we'd go one-on-one, but it's not quite the same as a group. And then it got nice in the summer and I'd have outdoor meetings and no one would come. So I just chalk it up to the pandemic. We'll see what happens when we all come back. But anyway, so again, I've been talking a little bit about my tarot, a little bit of my tarot history. It's a little fragmented and wheeze back and forth through present, past, and future. You know, never straightforward. But I'm your back porch reader tonight. If you want a reading, like, share, or donate to one of the one of the applications above my head, either the Cash App or the Venmo. Sorry, I had a little pause. I'm more than happy to read for you tonight, but I did just come home from work. I have a day job. Don't we all have day jobs? Even if we don't have day jobs. We all have day jobs in a way. All right. I'm just going to read something. Just because, you know, I don't got anybody just yet. But I'm just going to go draw 3 cards. Whoever comes up on this later. Just for funsies. That's too many. I don't know if you all read, before I read these cards, I'm going to talk about the podcast. I haven't been a part of the podcast yet, but Kat and Taryn, they're awesome. I mean, I have the pleasure of knowing both of them in real life, but I do love the podcast. It's a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. So, and you can always, if you look at the description to this video, you can always find out, you can find out where the podcast is. It's actually through the website, backporchmagick.com, and there's a tab called podcasts. There's about 14 of them right now. Started about 6 months ago. Every other week, new podcast. And they're different titles, different subjects, and you're going to laugh most of the time. Not all the time, because some of the subjects are pretty serious, and you know, magic is a serious topic. It is no joke. This is not for... It is not for the faint of heart, and I'm one of the people of the opinion that most of the time it's not spell work and that kind of thing is, it's not, I hate to say last resort, but I don't know, we all come to it differently. And this is my take on it, that I don't need to cast a spell every time something doesn't go my way. You know, there are real life ways to deal with that, real life ways to change your life. But how magic helps is that it can give you a little oomph. And we all have our own magic within us. You know, we all have a special thing that we do, even if it's not something that other people, like it might not be big and flashy, but it's still something you can do. You know, maybe you make the best coffee at anyone you know, and you could use the same coffee as anybody else and use the same pot, but for some reason, the way you make it, it just is better than anybody else. Or chocolate chip cookies. You know, like I don't know if this is so great, but like I can usually make a batch of cookies out of anything. I don't know how I do this. I just do. And I don't know if it's magic, but magic is in everything, you know. But at the same time, it's like weird. Like I feel like you know, you do ritual and magic and everything you do, but at the same time, it's like you don't need to do it all the time either, you know? I don't know. Maybe I should flesh this out a little bit more when I'm not doing a live on the fly for Back Porch Magic for tarot reading. But again, so I see 3 of you are watching now. So I'm Heidi. I'm your Back Porch reader for this evening, and I will be every Tuesday evening unless otherwise stated at 7 p.m. I was a little late today. I had some technical difficulties, but I will give you a 3-card reading if you like, share, or donate to one of the applications above my head. So, all right, I pulled out 3 cards for funsies just to get the juices flowing. I don't know who this is for. Maybe it's for all you, but you better start liking and sharing and whatever so I can read specifically for you. Okay, so we have the Empress, great spring card, 6 of Swords, and Princess of Wands. I don't know who this is for, but it is quite a nice read. I mean, it's not earth-shattering, earth-shaking, but it's pleasant. You have your Empress here, your Queen Mother, your Goddess, your baker of amazing cookies. And then on the other end, the opposite end, the 3rd card being the Princess of Discs, like the young. Sometimes she can be a symbol of pregnancy. Not always, but sometimes she's a symbol of pregnancy, but she's also a symbol of like bringing ideas, new ideas into fruition. And this is like physical earth plane ideas, like something that you want to do in the here and now in the physical world. And that's what she's about. And she's also like, this is like the young woman who doesn't really want to be a career person. She just kind of wants to have a normal, not a normal life, but like a traditional life where she maybe wants to have a job, but she doesn't necessarily want her life to be her career. Maybe she wants to have a family or have children or be a housewife or homemaker, just do something that is considered more traditional, but isn't quite out there go-getter. It's not saying that she wouldn't love her job, you know, but she might not be as considered as ambitious as, say, like a Princess of Wands. But in between the two, we have the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords is like, not only is it like an escape card, a vacation card, it's also like I'm seeing the bringing together of the thoughts and ideas and almost like the healing of heartbreak and just the coming together of ideas. So the fact that this card is sitting between, but like ideas coming together to bring you to another place. Maybe another place that is more peaceful and restful than the place that you've been before. So the fact that this is sitting between these two, what am I doing? Is just, it's a very nice, easy, kind of peaceful read, but also a very creative read. Very, yeah, extremely creative. Like, this speaks of, to me, like I'm into sewing and knitting, like those kind of projects. So, all right. Anybody want to like, share, comment, donate for a reading? I'm more than happy to give you one. All right. Let me see what else we got going here. All right. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. And this dude said hello to me. Hi, Mobile Matt. Anyway, maybe that reading was for you, Mobile Matt. So give a shout. You want me to do a 3-card reading? I can do it right here. You can always book me at backporchmagick.com. I am Heidi. I am your Tuesday night reader at 7 p.m. Just about every week, unless otherwise stated, because, you know, I got a life too. Sometimes things happen. I don't anticipate taking a Tuesday off for a while until I get my second vaccine shot. That day might not be so, I might not be up to a reading, but we'll see. That'll be April 13th. I get my second shot on the 12th. So we'll see how I see on April 13th, but that's a couple weeks away. One day at a time here. All right. Anybody? Comment, like, share? No? I think I'm going to do another one just for funsies anyway, since I'm not getting any comments. Just must be an off day. That's okay. We all have them. Just seeing what I got. Show you what I can do. Okay. Oh my goodness. Crazy. So I got Empress again. 6 of Wands again, but this time the third card is the Emperor. I like this a lot. I don't know who this is for, but I like this a lot. I don't know who, I don't see it as relationship troubles, but I see it as 2 really big personalities should go on a vacation together. I mean, that's one of the readings, but, or just take some time together and also have some peace together. Forget the past heartbreaks and move on. Because like the order that these cards in, like the Emperor and the Empress, they're facing each other. And that's really freaking beautiful. So I see it as, I don't know who that's for, but you got a big personality and your counterpart has a really big personality, maybe even having some trouble, find your common ground. Also, take some time where you're together, where you're not worried about kids and you're not worried about work and you're not worried about whatever fucking little bullshit needs to be taken care of. Like, you're just focusing, you're on like a second honeymoon. Doesn't even have to be a long honeymoon, just maybe a weekend trip, a little getaway. Even if it's a little getaway at home, just take some time to be with each other. So, all right. Anybody? Comment, like, share this video, donate, and I'll do a little reading for you. 3 cards. It's a little late tonight. Technical difficulties. Pagan Standard Time. Well, not Pagan Standard Time. I don't operate on Pagan Standard Time. I can't. But sometimes I take advantage of it when I know other people are. All right. So I am Heidi. This is Back Porch Magic. Or I am reading for Back Porch Magic on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Like, share, or donate to one of the apps at the top of my head for a reading. So I'm going to do one more for you folks. Just show you what I'm capable of. I mean, I know how to read. I've been reading for years. I'm just going to draw one, just for fun. Ew. I don't know, maybe this is for me. Maybe I should cut it now because it's just not working out right now. That's okay. We don't always have good days. And sometimes things just don't work. This is the Tower, folks, in case you were wondering. For a long time, I had a hard time with this card, and I think a lot of people have a hard time with this card because it means something that you're not sure of, or that you think everything's hunky-dory and fine, and then all of a sudden the bottom drops out. And you had no idea. But in a way, it's good because no one wants to live on a house that's built on sand. So, and sometimes things fall apart. It's just what happens. But I got a like here. I can't see who that like is, but I will draw 3 cards for you. Person who liked on Facebook. Ooh. Ah. Interesting. So we got 3 swords, the sun, and then the moon. So I don't know who went the hell through some heartbreak, heartache, breakup, some bad times, some bad heartache. Should be coming on a period of where you feel glorious and wonderful and happy. But there's something, I don't know, I get the sense that this is almost like, and also the other cards that are in here, maybe you broke up with somebody, maybe you felt like they did you wrong, and now you feel great because you feel like everything is great. Everything's wonderful. You made the right choice. You're free. La da 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 da. But then it comes out that you didn't have the whole story. Or you're having regrets now. So whoever just came out of heartbreak and is celebrating, be aware that you're going to not be feeling so great about this later. And, you know, sometimes that happens. Maybe it was the right decision to break up or end things or do what you did with that 3 of Swords situation. But just know that whatever happy, sunshiny, free feeling you're feeling is not going to last. You're just going to go through a little bit of a dark night of the soul. But be wary. You know, sometimes the moon card represents times that are kind of dark and kind of scary and very emotional and deep. And also things aren't always what they seem. So just take note of that. Be forewarned is forearmed. Okay. Hello, Janice. What would you like for me to read for you? You don't have to question. I'm just going to read for you. We'll see what comes up. Okay. So Janice, you have, the first card you have is the Queen of Discs. Now you have Art or Temperance. And your final card is Death. So I see with the Queen of Discs that you've come through a period of hardship, but you're safe now. You feel like you're in a place where you can actually grow again and build anew. But you're looking out at like how much you've accomplished and what you've survived in the past. With the Art card, I see a couple of different things. I think it's just like an adjustment to this new kind of life or feeling safe, like figuring out what is working best for you. But also I get the sense that there might be, you might need some medicine or have some medicine that you're trying to, like I see like prescriptions. That's what the word that pops out at me, that you're trying to help with, you know, make your life better, get adjusted into this new role of safety and being in a good place, basically, a secure place. Okay, and the final card being Death. I see it as something has ended, but I think the thing ended when you came into your oasis in the Queen of Cups. But perhaps you haven't quite accepted that yet. I see, like, once you get kind of adjusted and settled into this new life, that you're going to finally be able to let go of whatever that thing was. And it'll finally completely die for you. Like, I think it's still kind of, even though the situation might be seem like it's completely over, it's still living within you. But I think it will die and you will be able to transform from that and truly move on to where you're supposed to be going and the life you're supposed to be living. So there you go, Janice. I hope that helps. All right, anybody else want a 3-card reading? Share, like, donate, Venmo, or Cash App in the purple banner above my head. I'm Heidi, and I'm your Tuesday night back porch reader. You're welcome, Janice. I'm glad I could help. And good luck to you. I think everything's going to be okay. Be a little tough, but I think it's going to be okay. Hello, Annette. Let me draw a couple of 3 cards for you. We do a standard number here of 3. Annette. All right, another kind of peaceful, pleasant reading. Oh, I'm sorry, now I'm getting a squirrel. The sun has set and now it's like pink and blue and pretty outside. Okay, much like this card, Annette. This is the star. This is the first card in the lineup of 3. And then we have the 2 of Swords. And the final card is the Princess of Wands. Okay, so I see real hope for your future, real connectivity, real, like, it's like this card is so soothing. And this is kind of like what has just recently passed, like a feeling of peace. And also I get the sense of ideas, but like spiritual ideas, emotional ideas, ancestral ideas. Oh, wow, now the sky's getting prettier. I have ADHD and squirrel, literally. And it also really looks like the colors in this card. It just I get the sense of like flow, and like flow within you, flow through your heart and your mind, and like maybe even like wanting to create these things that are coming through. And right now we're just feeling like almost like, I don't feel like this is a vacation, but it's definitely been a period of like restfulness and joy, like a real spiritual retreat, but not necessarily a spiritual retreat. And now you're feeling just like so calm and easy and at peace like internally and mentally. And I see moving forward with the Princess of Wands, like whatever has been holding you back in your past, like whatever has been made you afraid of moving forward and afraid of doing and acting upon like these beautiful things that you've witnessed and felt and know about yourself. Like I see that you'll be able to let go of all those fears and move on with your life and just flow with it. And but not flow like the star, she's like a flow of like mystical waters and emotion and stuff of spirituality and beautiful crystals. I don't know, but this is a card of passion, like going with the flow, but like within the fire of your passion and your dreams. And yeah, just like elevating yourself. She's got the sun on her wand, and I see you, I don't know, lighting the way. Not just like your own way, but like bringing sunlight into other people's lives and into your own. So there you go. All right, anybody else? Again, I am Heidi. Cool. I'm glad. That's a really That's a really nice read to get, I think, especially now when we're in spring and, oh God, the sky is getting so much prettier outside my window. Squirrel. We're coming into spring, and at least where I am, and it might be summer where some of you are, and it just, you know, it feels like, I'm probably not, but it feels like there's a light at the end of this pandemic. We don't know how far away the end of the tunnel is, but we see it. So I think it's a really great card to get. All right, anybody else? Anybody share, like, donate? You're welcome, Annette. And have a great day. And if you're in some time zone where you can go see the sunset, like, go outside and check out the sunset. I guess it would be Eastern Standard Time for me. All right, anybody else want a reading? Like, share, donate? I'm Heidi. I'm your Tuesday night Back Porch Magic live reader. You can also book a reading with me at backporchmagick.com. I was talking earlier, you should check out the podcast too. I'm not on the podcast, but Kat and Taryn are amazing and funny and really great women. I am honored to know both of them in real life. So, all right, folks. Well, the sun is setting. And I'm going to turn into a pumpkin because it's Tuesday night during the work week. So it was nice reading for you all and chatting, and I will see you next Tuesday. I will try at 7 p.m. I will not allow myself to get distracted by a bagel or have technical difficulties. So everyone have a good night. I'll see you next time.